Yeah, it's different. I don't like a lot of change, never have. It's going to be interesting. The players are excited. I'm excited, coach. But I felt that we have to get up and down the court a little bit more to make it more exciting for our fans and win more games that way. So it's going to be fun.
You like the way you think the potential's there with the guys you do bring back and the new guys to kind of get together quickly and hit the ground running?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a big problem. You know, all of them know what they do best. I think what we have to do is get the guys in the right spots, and so I want to run a little bit more. When I say that, I really want to score 6 to 8 more points a game, and I think we can do that with this group.
You said you don't like change, but bringing in these players right here, what can the fans expect from this team next season? Is this a playoff team?
Well, I hope it is. I mean, that's what we're striving for. I think that we're going to have an opportunity to get in the playoffs. You never know with injuries. Injuries are always a big part of everything you try to do, but I'd be very disappointed if we didn't make the playoffs. We're trying to win games here, and we think we got enough talent here to do that.
And the addition of Chase and Jordan and Monte, they really match what you said, up-tempo, high-scoring offense.
Well, I don't know about high scoring, but I want to. I can't tell you enough that I think we should score 6 to 8 more points a game. You know, I hope we can do that. We're not going to get out there and run up down the court just shooting wild shots all the time. But Monte's one player that can get his own, go out and score the ball without doing a lot. Chase is great on the wings, running, hitting shots, and Jordan's a big guy that can play around the basket. They're all veteran players, and then you throw all of our guys in there, I think we're going to be all right.
How important is it and how much do you enjoy having guys who want to be here? I mean, chasing money's one thing, but it sounds like these guys want to be here.
Well, they do, and you know, we talk to their agents a lot. Monte felt great here. He thinks it's a great place for his wife and his family, and I agree with him. He's going to bring some excitement as far as getting up and down the court, running a lot of pick and rolls with Danny Granger, and finding George Hill and Stuckey and sorry, I ain't supposed to say that, but the other guys, and just get the ball moving up and down the court at a faster pace.
Larry, when the summer began, did you anticipate making this many changes?
Well, I didn't know what the situation was going to be with the cap space that we have, but once it opened up, I sensed there was going to be a lot of movement, and we just try to find the guys that fit here and that we thought could fit in with the guys that we have, and go from there.
Can you add to the scoring without sacrificing defense?
Never. But if we can score 8 more points a game and give away 2 more a game, that's a +6. That's what we're looking for.
Last year you said you wanted Paul to get back out there when he was able to. How beneficial do you think it was for him to get some games?
I think it's very, very important. If you ask him, I think he thought it was great, even though he was probably about 65%. I think it's very important. Anytime a player can play and wants to play, he's got to play. I've been through that in my career. We knew that he was safe to play, so it's unfortunate the calf popped on him a little bit, but other than that, he's ready to go, and I think it's going to be very exciting this year.
During his basketball camp, he said he wants to play for Team USA again, and he said if anybody would understand, you would, and say, okay, that deal.
I will okay that deal. That's what he's got to do, and that's what he wants to do. I'm behind him 100%. Now, if my owner comes in and tells me no, I'll have him talk to Danny, but we encourage our players to play for the country, and I think they should try to do that if they have an opportunity.
Was that your preference for him to kind of sit out this year for minicamp, like he intends to do next month?
I didn't have no plans at all. You know, it's totally up with Danny and USA Basketball. But I think after what happened, I think he owes us a chance to see him develop throughout the summer and get better, than worry about that down the road.
How impressed were you with Joe Young in Summer League, but Joe and Miles and their performance?
Very impressed. I think they have a great opportunity to do well in this league. Miles, I have to admit, Miles is a little better than I thought he was. After watching all the tape, you still don't get to see it up close, but he's got a talent that we don't have here. He's going to play a lot of minutes. Joe was spectacular. Joe puts the ball in the hole, and that's what we need here.
You feel like you need a point in there, or do you feel like you have interchangeable guys who can?
Well, we got plenty of guys. We got George Hill, we got Joe, we got Monte, and we got another guy. But I think that covered pretty well. But you never know. If something opens up, and we still have money on the cap, and if something opens up, we got room, we'll get him and bring him in. Obviously, Joe's young, but I think if anybody can step out there and play right away, it's him.
noted how you want Paul to see time at that power forward. You made it sound like a lot of minutes. He
Well, I
was
don't
like, I could do a handful if needed.
Well, he don't make decisions around here. But I did it. I loved it after I did it. We'll see how he feels about it. I just think offensively it's going to be one of the greatest feelings he's ever going to have. He's going to find out it's much easier. But obviously he's going to have to guard bigger and stronger players. I'm not going to get in a battle with Paul George about where he wants to play. He's a basketball player. He can play anywhere you put him out there, believe me.
Larry, were you surprised by David West's decision?
Not really. Nothing surprised me in this league. You know, I can remember when they won the option, and we gave it to him, and we knew that could be an opportunity that he wouldn't be here. Well, I guess it's not an opportunity, but a decision that he can make that he wouldn't be here. But it is what it is. We deal with it. We thank David for everything he's done for us. He was great the years he was here. He helped us tremendously. He turned his franchise around with some help from the other ones. But it is what it is. Now we're moving on.
Did his decision kind of lead to other decisions?
Everything we did this summer is because of his decision, yes.
He was the leader of that locker room. Now that he's gone, do you look to Paul now to be kind of the leader?
Well, Paul always wanted to be, but you know, you just can't come out and say you're going to be a leader. You got to do it by example, and you got to go out every day and put the time in and the effort, and you know, see if the guys will follow you. I don't worry about it. We got Stucky Woods. So there I go again. We got Monte Ellis. I'm sorry that they can follow, and but there's guys that'll step up in there. They'll get along real well, and I think they'll take each other's lead.
When you look at the East, do you think the style of play that you're wanting will give you a bit of an advantage because it's different than the Chicago slow team? Cleveland has bigs.
I don't know. You know, over the years, our defense was so good, we slowed other teams down. It's just how we embrace it and how we're going to go about it. If we're going to continue to push it, try to push it down the throats, I think we can with what we have. But it's going to be fun to watch it develop out there. And I don't know if we have an advantage, but we like to have an identity where we're going to move up and down the court a little bit faster.
As we're in the midst of free agency and with bird rights, what does that mean to you? Is that weird? Is that what's that with your name on that?
Well, it's always good if it's to my advantage, but if it's not, I really don't care about it.
Were you approached to that? Do you know how that was done?
Well, I was one of the first to be able to use the bird rights back in '88 or '89. Before that was the Oscar Robertson rule, so I was hoping they would get rid of it the last collective bargaining, but I got a call from one of my friends in the league office, said they got it in there. I hope you're happy. They kept it, so it is what it is.
Larry, all players have pluses and minuses, including Monte Ellis. Is there a calculated risk bringing him in with the way his career's gone, good and bad, or do you see it all?
No, we need somebody to score off the dribble and get up and down the court. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he's a scorer. Defensively, he gets in the passing lanes a lot. We were not very good at stealing the ball and making something out of it. He'll be able to do that, but he's not a great defender. We know that, but the pluses outweigh the minuses.
Do you call bird rights, or do you call it anything different?
I don't even think about it, to tell you the truth. Our cap guys are always talking about it. Well, he's got bird rights, and I know what it is, so I can relate to it.
Have you talked to Paul about playing before, like in the last week or two or ever?
No, I did back before he left. Just told him how I think he'll embrace the opportunity, and I know what it did to my career. It gave me a feeling that I always like to get down there and bang with the guys instead of running around chasing everybody all the time. And coming off this injury that he's coming off of, I think it'd be a good year to try it because he can guard some threes, but he won't have to do it all the time. And it gives him a year to get stronger and healthier, and I think it'd be a big plus for him and our team.
Does he need to bulk up to play that position?
No, I weigh 225 pounds. I ain't say I played it great, but at least I played it, and I'm still walking around. So no, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's overrated. I think you get guys that if you look around the league like I did, and you go through every team, it's not as bad as you think it is. Now you look at Washington, Nene, and Gortat, that's a little big. But you go to any other team, it's really, you see LeBron doing it all the time. Now he's a little bit stronger and a little bit bigger, but it really doesn't matter. He'll do fine.
Did you get what you wanted out of Solo and with his little stint in the summer league?
Well, he didn't play well in the summer league. His numbers weren't good, but he did some nice things out there on the defensive end. But I'm sure he's disappointed at how he played. But it's summer league, and when the camp starts, we'll see where he fits in.
It's kind of hard for the veterans to play in summer league sometimes, isn't it? I remember when Jalen came in and played for you your first year, and he was.
Yeah, we almost cut him. Glad we didn't. Yeah, it is. You know, sometimes they feel solo one to play, and I was a little disappointed in the fact that I don't think he took it serious at first. You know, then his shot wasn't falling. He had some great practices here. You know, he looked really good in practice, but when shots don't fall sometimes, and that's what you know you have to work on, and sometimes it works against you.